1 teaspoon of really any coffee besides Nescafe and half a raw sugar. Oh, that's my cue. Oh, it's the tits. There is something rather unusual going out of your way to spend real life money on plastic disposable cups just to make your coffee at home feel a little bit more like you're at a cafe, or make it taste like a below average Starbucks coffee. I'm sorry to all the Starbucks lovers out there, but the coffee over at that joint is not the tits. But what if I told you that people over on TikTok are that desperate to spend their money, they're now buying disposable plastic cups and straws and even stickers to make it feel as though they actually went out and bought the coffee.
You trick yourself into feeling like you bought an iced coffee today.
Naughty corner! No!
It isn't normal to have this innate feeling of needing to have bought a coffee every single other day. Otherwise, we're throwing our arms up in the air. That's it. How am I going to cope with life's struggles if I don't have my silly little drink as a reward for getting through the day? And it's okay. I am sympathizing with those that need a silly little drink every single day just to get through to the next one. And the next one, and the next one, like I'm gonna dangle in the garage soon, guys! I'm just kidding, that was actually rather morbid. I apologize to Yappers Phil, I'm sorry. But what makes a difference if the contents is in a plastic cup? You're still having your taste like syrup rather than coffee beverage, but it's still never enough for these people. Like, yes, have your drink. Nobody is trying to take that away from you. It's this unnecessary use of plastic when this person, they have mugs to make their coffees in. This planet doesn't stand a chance at surviving if this is a route that's going to continue to be popularized. And I'm sorry, but why exactly do you need to trick yourself into making yourself feel as though you've had a coffee from a coffee shop? At this rate, you'd be better off actually going to get a coffee if you're just gonna spend all this money on Amazon ordering insignificant that cannot be recycled. It almost feels as though I am living in a completely different plane of existence than these people who are just so insistent on destroying this planet, but so long it makes them feel good. Hashtag self-care, hashtag self-love. It's so self-care and so self-love to be ingesting all those microplastics, isn't it, Bethany? It's also really funny when people on TikTok like this get criticized for their excessive plastic use and waste on top of that, as they almost feel as though it's a personal attack on their entire identity and moral compass. This is such a waste of plastic. Have a great day. Thanks for commenting. You're not fooling anybody with your faux positive comment, Emily. Guess someone's never heard of reduce, reuse, and recycle. When I do these guttural screams, I am trying to let the demons come up on out of me, okay? Because talking about topics like these, it really makes you feel like the only sane person left on the planet. Buying yourself plastic cups and lids to make your homemade latte feel a little more like a $6 latte. As with every single topic I talk about here on this channel, it comes with a lot of nuance. No, I am not a black and white person. I see the color and the shapes and the textures in every single little thing I talk about, and that is kind of why I take a rather different approach. I can acknowledge that the behavior that's being presented to us so far is an illustration of the times we're living in, such as people are longing for that 5 minutes of pleasure. No outside noise, no what's happening today, why is my anxiety spiking, just inner peace. And for a lot lot of people, having a silly little drink a day keeps it all inside and pushes it down even further. And the act of going out to buy a coffee for some people genuinely is a band-aid for what they're feeling in that very moment. Like, I'm going to reward myself for getting through today just to make myself feel better about right now. And I know that sounds very, okay, but let's look at the psychology of why people are doing this. It seems as though people are willing to go out of their way by any means necessary and attain that feeling of, oh, peace, just for a minute. Good think for a minute. Just imagine all you look forward to in a day is getting a coffee from outside your house. That in of itself is a little sad. The fact that some people's only form of happiness is getting a coffee in a plastic cup. My happiness is seeing my family, my partner, my cats, my friends. But some people just don't got it like that. And I feel like that is kind of a point that can slip through the cracks quite easily, as it's like overconsumption, over-consumerism is at play here, when it's like, yeah, that too, but also here's this. I don't know, I feel like I am sounding like Psychowitz from Victoria, so please forgive me for my little bit of a armchair psychologist here. You know, I'm not trained in the field, but I've always said, if I wasn't drama queen, I would be listening to your problems and trying to help you out through them. But I mean, this says a lot about the current state of mind people are in who partake in behaviors as such. And whilst we can acknowledge maybe some reason behind the action itself, it doesn't always make it right. You could have just made that latte in a gorgeous, reuse as much as you want cup that gives you the exact same effect if you were to drink out of a plastic cup. The only difference there is that you have to throw that cup away and buy more. And we will be getting into those kinds of excuses that people are using whenever they're to show off these plastic cups in their TikToks. Oh, I'm just trying to save money by buying more cups. Like, it's an absolute shame just how deep our overconsumption issue runs, and it's rampant at that. There are literal TikTok influencers who are encouraging you to go out of your way and buy these plastic cups in bulk. Now, I don't necessarily agree with big coffee chains who puts their coffee in these plastic cups just to be disposed of, but that is not what this video is about today. If you yourself can make a day-to-day difference, that is so rad, man. These corporations have literally brainwashed people into believing that your coffee truly tastes better because it comes from a plastic cup. It reminds me of that one documentary where that guy asks a class full of kids, so where does chocolate milk come from? Brown cows, apparently. This might ruffle some feathers, but I swear drinking coffee out of a plastic cup makes it taste better. My body f***ing ruffled are feathered. I hate to be so controversial right now, but the best ever iced coffee that I personally have had is when I made an iced coffee myself at my parents' house a couple of years ago when I was still living there, and my mum had bought these really cute Christmas cups with snowflakes on them, and they were the perfect size for an iced coffee. Actually, let me just text my sister, Halo Haley, yes, shout out Clout Tokens right now, if she can send me a picture of it that I'll put on screen right now. And I'll go even further. I am always seeing my dad make iced coffees in that particular cup. You want to know why? Because it actually doesn't matter what cup the coffee is in. If the coffee is good, it's good. So when you're blessed enough in life to have found a beast-ass cup, you'll never look back at those shitty ass plastic cups that make you feel like you've gotten the shittest coffee from Starbucks. Big Coffee is making you believe this lie that it tastes better in a cup. Because there's a few reasons as to why coffee shop coffees taste so much better in a plastic cup, I guess. It's A, because someone else is making it, you're not making it. Everyone makes coffee better than you, Susan. 2, their entire business model is built upon you coming back for thirds, seconds, 15ths. So they'll hire really good trained baristas and also invest in the quality of coffee that they're handing to their customers. It's not the fact that it comes in a plastic cup, it just matters how the coffee tastes. But I forget, with these TikTok motherfuckers, they care so much more about aesthetics than anything else on this planet. But I'm always coming to the same conclusion. What is stopping these people from making their coffees in cups they already have? It's greed, it's consumerism, and it's a lack of self-control. And hey, yeah, I am the one to speak, as I have had pretty bad self-control with cigs and alky and food in the past. So I get it. I understand, and I'll go even as far as to say I sympathize with what's going on here. Talking about it and acknowledging the problem is the very first step into discontinuing the action that isn't serving us. And that's the thing, isn't it? The action of buying disposable plastic cups doesn't feel directly negative, as you're doing this for yourself. So it's hard to even acknowledge that it's a problem in the first place. But with all this knowledge on where our planet is headed, because people can't fucking stop buying useless shit that in the end doesn't make you happy, then what? Oh, it's the justification of this thing makes me feel good. Yes, and chain smoking sure does make me feel really good too, but should I be doing it? No, absolutely not. No. Buy plastic cups from Amazon and make coffee at home. I swear, the plastic cup will make you think you're spending money on coffee. I swear, jumping from the tallest building will make you feel like you're flying. That is how you're really starting to sound here, Jessica. If you're already investing in great coffee, then what the is the point of the plastic cups? Why is it these people are allergic to using the cups they already have in the cupboard? Oh, that's right. Consume by any means necessary. Because it comes to a point where the "but it makes me feel good" excuse doesn't really cut it anymore. Getting on the beers at 6 a.m. until I pass out in the lounge sure does make me feel good, but should I be doing that? No. And no sane person would be encouraging that behavior either. The disposable cups that are making you feel good are going to landfill in hordes. The plastic cups that are making you feel good are slowly destroying this planet and a big contributor to global warming. So I'm really sorry if I don't give a damn that these plastic cups makes you feel good, because many bad things makes me feel good too, like getting on the drinks, like having a cig. We have quite literally beyond enough plastic waste coming from cafes and restaurants as it is. We do not need this kind of waste on a consumer level, as it just feeds into the production of this kind of to be thrown away, therefore successfully leading us to the destruction of our environment. But I forgot, it doesn't affect me. But that is why it's warm in Illinois in December, babes.
I've been trying to stop spending so much money on coffee, and I figured it out. I bought a set of plastic cups and lids on Amazon for super cheap, and every morning that I make my coffee, put it in this, and now it literally tastes and feels like I just bought it from a coffee shop.
Wait. So you're trying to stop spending money at your local cafes, but you're okay with spending that same money on the same plastic cups, just with your own coffee in it this time. You are quite literally replacing one addiction for another. If you were really that worried about saving your money, you would be buying a reusable cup to put your coffee in. In the event of this person not having a reusable cup, but it's almost as if the problem is the constant desire to consume useless garbage. Oh, but drama queen, some cafes don't want to put their coffee in your reusable cup. Then let's find another cafe. Then let's sit down at the coffee shop and have the coffee. Then, I don't know, bring coffee with you to work in a reusable cup. Like, these excuses, they can pile on, and I get it. I get that kind of like self-justification and whatnot. But we are quite literally talking about somebody who just said themselves they're trying to stop spending money at cafes, but then spending that same money on plastic cups. So, like, where is the logic there?
I am so extra and delulu that I made my very own stickers for my coffees that I make at home.
You cannot be serious right now, bruz. Not only are you going out of your way to buy these disposable plastic cups, but stickers now? Stickers! I really don't care how much of a I'm just a girl delulu you are. You cannot be trying to make this behavior cute because it's actually quite the opposite. It's concerning, babes.
To make myself feel like I'm having an iced coffee from a shop down the street or something, so I don't spend money.
Can we please stop with this common excuse of I'm doing this so I can stop spending money? How did you buy those stickers? Oh, you spent money. How did you buy those disposable plastic cups? Oh, you spent money. This person is coping. They're trying to justify a strange behavior to themselves just to make themselves feel better about what they're doing. And whilst I can sit here and be sympathetic and empathetic towards those who feel the need to be acting like they're at Starbucks every other day to make themselves feel better, we can acknowledge that this behavior is strange.
My whole mess of a coffee station, and like I have a really nice espresso machine, but I'm lazy, and so I like to go out and spend more money on coffee.
It's crazy how this person is showing very self-aware behaviors that, you know, they are lazy, so that is why they go to a coffee shop and buy the coffees. But you're buying stickers and straws and plastic cups to fix that problem?
So instead now, I make myself think that I'm buying coffee when in reality, it's just my own coffee. See, it looks like it came from a little coffee shop, but it's just from my house. By doing this, I saved myself like, what, $5-6? Not bad.
I really just don't get it because this TikToker can do exactly what she's doing, but with reusable cups, but with reusable straws, but with no stickers. But it's this innate feeling of needing to consume. And the whole lazy part is just an excuse in of itself because you're telling me all it took to not be lazy to make your own coffee anymore was to buy straws, plastic cups, and stickers? But what happens when that novelty wears off? Just going back to the coffee shops because it was never about the stickers. It was never about the cups and the at-home coffee vibe. It was all about what trend can I hop on today? What else can I spend my money on? So with all that said, Yappersville, thank you so much for joining me in another one of these just exhausting topics. I know. It feels like every other week you're seeing videos about overconsumption here on YouTube, but the issue is so much deeper than people actually think it is. It's not about people hoarding makeup or clothes. It's this. Yap on about all your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below, because I'm sure I have quite some people who may disagree with this entire video. Thank you for your stay at Yappersville today, everybody. I cannot wait to see you again soon. Take care of yourselves and most of all, love your fucking selves.